Rashad, why you
Anyway,
didn't hit me up?
Hey, Rashad.
What's up, Rashad?
Thank you, Rashad.
brother, I love you, brother.
Trump lit
What's
in
up,
it.
Rashad? What it do, boy?
We walking around the world.
Flexing, flexing. I be flexing, flexing and finessing. Flexing, flexing. Hold on, let me edit the ticker. I said day 37. It is now day 38 of the shutdown. Now we can show the ticker again. Flexing and finessing. I be flexing and finessing. Yeah. November 7th is a big day in my life and things of that sort, man. November 7th, I already told the story before on 1 a.m. before. It's the Lance Stevenson story, man. And the Lance Stevenson story was November 7th, 2014, when I was, dating someone who was formerly a best friend of mine and stuff like that. I got out the friend zone successfully, dating for a few months and things of that sort. And then she dumped me on November 7th. And I felt the way about it. I was really sad. I was, calling my friends and stuff. And shout out to Trey. He said, whatever you do, just don't tweet it through it. He said, whatever you do, just don't tweet through it. So I didn't tweet through it. And then I think I cried myself to sleep. I woke up, turned on the TV or had the TV on for the Hawks game. The Hawks were in Charlotte. And then Lance Stevenson, Lance Make a Dance, stood a step at the top of the key. He banked in a 3 at the buzzer to beat the Hawks. I turned off the TV. I rolled back to the other side of the bed and I went back to crying myself to sleep. Now, that day, November 7th, 2014, really changed me as a man, as a person, and things of that sort. I had to learn how to love myself. I had to learn with being okay with being alone. I had to learn how to all of the things, not be so dependent on others for my happiness and things of that sort. And I put so much on my ex and things of that nature. Like, I really apologize to her for putting that on her at such a young age. Like, that was crazy, but I was learning. And that's why I always say, like, wisdom and things of that sort, like, you only get it through experience, life experience and things of that nature. Like, can't get it any other way. Like, you have to go out sad and learn of, like, oh, I messed up here. I could have done better here. I could have done a better job here. To learn and get better and improve. There's no other way. So November 7th, I'll always look at it each and every single year of just like, wow, that was like a real turning point in my life and stuff like that. So it's kind of like there's a few paramount moments in life that it's like, I'm no longer that person. It was like after, you know what I'm saying? You might have some losses or, you know what I'm saying, in terms of losing family members. I remember when I lost my uncle, like, I probably haven't been the same person since I lost my uncle. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's when I started streaming every day and stuff like that. Eventually, probably like a month after that and everything. And I'm never probably going to be the same person again since before then. And then, or the first time I lost a peer, a student, someone that I knew, a friend in high school. I'll never be the same that I was before then. It's just different moments that, you're like, oh, that changed my life forever and the trajectory of my life forever. And so as I look at this, November 7th, 2025, 11 years after the fact, 11 years of being single, 11 years of just, a lot of mess and things of that sort. I don't know, man. I learned a lot, bro. I learned so much. And I appreciate all the people along the way, even if we're not cool anymore, if we're not friends anymore and things of that sort. Like, I appreciate everybody in my life. I just said that because I don't know if you guys know, but it's a lot of people from back home and from all different walks of life that I met throughout the course of my journey of life that watch my channel randomly. So in the off chance that anybody is watching the channel, I just want to say thank you to all y'all who's ever been a part of my life and things of that sort. Is there anything else? Like, that was very personal. I did not expect to do that at the start of this. But yeah, man, let's get into some other stuff. This is some sad stuff as well, so I'm sorry. Same year, bro. Speaking of Ockers, it's his birthday. He would have been 31 this year. November 7th, once again. And SK, man, he was just a special talent, and he really represented a particular. No, I think he passed away actually in 2013. I said 2014. So a year before. And man, really special talent, bro. Could make beats and then rap over him, but like his auto tune voice, the way he did auto tune was such a special and unique way. Felt like he was kind of doing everything on his own, like it was self recorded or I don't know, it was something, and it was just out the country in South Carolina. And he really got after it and built himself into a household name as an independent artist. Like everything Speaker Knockers did was just like remarkable and kind of over the top. The Tony story or the stories that he used to do, the trilogy and everything like that. uh his storytelling ability, that's something that people say is a lost art in hip-hop today and things of that sort. And Speaker Knockers had it, bro, at the age of 17, 18, 19 years old, telling the story in vivid detail. That is one of the kind of essential elements of hip-hop, and he was good at that. And he was good at beat making, he was good at soul chops and all of the things, bro. And he was good on the keys as well. Shout out to Zaytoven. He really reminded me of like Zaytoven influence and everything like that, being in the South Carolina, be exact. I didn't really like Speaker Knocker's music when he was alive and things of that sort, like the flexing and finessing. I be flexing and finessing. Yeah, I thought it was catchy, but I didn't really necessarily like it. And then some way, somehow, I gave his music another shot, maybe when he passed, and that's when I really loved it. And I felt bad a little bit that I didn't appreciate his music, and because it was one of those things where it was like when I was younger, I don't know if you guys go through this or had this stage, but it was like it was a certain type of hip hop that was more simplified and things of that sort, like catchy and auto tune and everything. And I was like, that's not the real stuff. I like the real stuff. I like the as a lyrical, miracle, spiritual, put you in a book. But like I thought that was like the only real hip hop. Like real hip hop just sounded one particular way, and I had to really like be open to it. And that that was anti-blackness, which I learned like later on in life. But I've grown to really, really appreciate Speaker Knocker's art and everything like that. Like I said, like right after he passed, so the whole 2014, he was like probably my most played artist and things of that sort, outside of like Gambino at the time. So rest in peace to Speaker Knockers. Happy birthday. Happy 31st birthday. But I remember there's I think it's the Money video where he's out in like Milwaukee or something, or some random town. And the video begins of him in a robe at the hotel, like spreading jelly on a biscuit and stuff like that. And he has like this breakfast spread, and he's like, "This is all room service. Yeah, I got all this. Yeah, getting money." And then he showed the cash that he had and stuff like that. It's just like cool, dude. You can tell he really, like he said, got it from nothing. And Lonely was like one of the perfect last few singles. Like Lonely is definitely a hip hop anthem and things of that sort. I had to make a couple bands by my lonely. Um I think the song that I really like was Pull Up, Pull Up, Pull Up, Pull Up, what you trying to do? I'm doing this and I don't get to about you. The name of the song is Count Up. I just hit a jug off my iPhone. Skirt. I just let out it when I walk home. Skirt. Like I just like the little skirt thing that he did. It was like so aggressive and stuff like that. And then Anybody is probably my favorite Speaker Knocker song. Girl, I gotta wipe my bang. Son, not just anybody. So tell me that somebody. Shout out to Aaliyah. Rest in peace to Aaliyah as well. Shouts out to Drake for using that in Bedrock. But yeah, like I really like Speaker Knockers flip on that. And then Erica Kane. I think that was his first. I think they released that when he passed. After he passed, like it was a first posthumous single and stuff like that. Erica Kane, yeah, it's been the kind of chilling. If you are not, but you finally get witness. If you are not, Money. Every day I think about the money. That was one of my favorite songs forever. And I think like I noticed this because I was like doing like mixes and stuff like that in college at the time. If I'm not mistaken, that beat is just a sped up sample of a Finally Rich from Chief Keef. And the fact that he kept it on the topic of money, I thought that was dope and like cool as well. The mid 2010s just had some dope stuff, bro. Like it was just a cool era. just like this era is a cool era, and people gonna look back on. They might not be able to appreciate it now, but I think people in a few years will be like, dang, remember when we had so and so and we had pockets for everybody. If you like JPEG Mafia, if you like so and so, you got them. It's gonna be the same thing in a few years. But yeah, really cool time. I liked his ear, his samples, its ability, like I said, to play the keys. I'm trying to think of anything else, any other like song that like really stands out. Because like I said, he was like a large part of what I was listening to in 2014. Uh, Shout out to his brother. He starred as him in a music video, in one of his music videos after he passed and things of that sort. I hope the family's doing well and holding up. And then y'all know bands. Bounce that, bounce that, bounce that. I'm a man of no, that's not even the song. The song is Freak. But the fact that that's still like a party anthem, you know what I'm saying? 11 years after the fact that he's off this earth. He's been 12 years off the earth. And that song is still played. It's huge for speaker knockers. I'ma throw this cash here, and then it's down the bag here, on the bag here. I'ma throw this money like a free throw. You just keep on dancing like a hey, bouncer, bouncer, bouncer. Shouts out to speaker knockers, bro. He was special. I ain't gonna lie to you, he was special, bro. And yeah, that's all I want to say. Like, I remember a girl from South Carolina one time. She was like, "Yeah, he had like so many girlfriends at the same time, and they were all sad and mourning on social media." Shouts out to Rich Homie Quan. Rest in peace, Rich Homie Quan. Rich Homie had about 3, 4 of them talking about I love you, Quan. I said, dang, oh, Rich Homie. Rich Homie, baby. Rich Homie, baby. That was another one in 2014. Man, boy, that I will never stop going in from DJ Drama. That Rich Homie, baby. Rich Homie, baby. 1999. Reloaded. That's my favorite Rich Homie Quan song. I'm going all over the place. But rest in peace to Speaker Knockers. Happy birthday. Prayers up to your family. I hope they're all doing good. And prayers up to the community in South Carolina that's still mourning his loss. Man, for him to be in a car, you know what I'm saying, in a garage found at 19 years old is insane. Be careful of your health. Be care of your drug intake, smoking, lean, all the things, you know what I'm saying. Make sure you protecting your body and treat your body as a temple it is. Me personally, I need to get a physical. I haven't gotten a physical in a couple years now, so I definitely need to get a physical, a checkup, and things of that sort. But yeah, man, y'all just make sure y'all do that stuff, man. It's so important. Black men, you have to take care of our health. Shouts out to Sauce Walker with the lean soda and things of that sort. Rest in peace to Fredo Santana. Fredo Santana said that he was sipping lean because he had PTSD from living in the hood. That's why he was sipping lean so much, to get high, to get away from that PTSD and that survivor's remorse and things of that sort, right? So those are the things set up by the system to keep Black people oppressed. See, here's another thing, right? I'm gonna give it to you like this. At my old job, I worked at Black Media, right? We had, you know what I'm saying, advertising and partnerships. Well, I wouldn't say partnerships, but we had advertising. McDonald's bought a lot of advertising with us. And so we advertised, we had a lot of McDonald's ads and things of that sort, right? So watching Club 520 yesterday. Club 520, in the middle of the first segment, Jeff T said, "Before you do that, read this." And he said, "Oh yeah, we got to pay the bills." McDonald's, and then they asked who was each other's favorite McDonald's meal and order and stuff like that. You notice McDonald's is really advertising and targeting Black audiences. Now, why is that? Why is that? Because Black people are on average earn less than their counterparts and things of that sort, every other demographic. You know what I'm saying? So back to Fredo Santana. Fredo Santana said he had PTSD from living in the hood in Chicago and Chirac, right? O Block, all of these things, right? These different blocks, these different hoods and south side of Chicago. And why is there a Chirac? Why was there a Chirac? Why did that even exist? Why did all the hoods and everything exist? Because black people were placed in positions in particular communities and housing projects and all of these things because they weren't given as many opportunities to make money. And when you do that, you try to make money your own way, which is the streets, robbing, stealing, everything like that, gang culture and stuff to get money, boys. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's literally GMB, Mary. You know what I mean? If you know, you know. Woo woo. Um, that's what it's all about. Kids just trying to get some money. Kids just trying to come up. John Hope Bryant said the reason why he focused so much on money and money became his thing because he seen mad people pass away in the hood growing up. And I believe John Hope Bryant's from LA, right? He said it was like his uncle, someone in the neighborhood and things of that sort. And he said all of this happened over arguments and things with money. So he said he's going to teach black people about money. So things like that wouldn't happen so often and so frequently. And he said if you could just change a little bit and teach us about money and how to get money and this and that, then like he feel like he's fulfilled his purpose on life for the black community and just here on earth. Shouts out to John Hope Bryant, by the way. So Fredo Santana had PTSD from the hood, grew up in the hood based off of, you know what I'm saying, kind of the way that America has kind of placed black Americans in, so many black Americans in, of being lower income and things of that sort. So he's born into a lower income situation against the odds. He makes it out. But did he really make it out if he's abusing all these drugs to deal with the PTSD and things of that sort? All of the drugs, he ends up going to the hospital for lean. And he said, I'm going to kick the cup for the sake of my health. And he still passes away eventually of kidney failure at like the age of like 27. I think Fredo Santana was like 27. And I think me and Fredo have the same birthday, I want to say. Yeah, hold on. Let me see. Fredo Santana age. Nah, he passed away on my birthday. But how old was he? Fredo was 27. Yeah, Fredo was 27. So yeah, man. Just the same thing, bro. Like, bro didn't see 30 because of the conditions he grew up in. It was too much for him. Then the drugs were too much for him. So, it's interesting how all of that kind of. That's why when people say, "Oh, you got to make everything about race," if you look at it just from a basic logical ABC standpoint, everything does go back to race. So there it is, especially in the society of America and things of that nature. Rest in peace of Speaker Knockers, man. The Grammys. All right. Drake's IG story after the weekend, after hours got snubbed by the Grammys. I think we should stop allowing ourselves to be shocked every year by the disconnect between the impactful music and these awards, and just accept what was once the highest form of recognition may no longer be to artists that exist now and the ones that come after. It's like a relative you keep expecting to fix up, but they just can't change their ways. The other day I said the weekend was a lot for either album or song of the year, along with countless others reasonable assumptions, and it never goes that way. It's just a great time for somebody to start something new that we can build up over time and pass up over generations to come. Just show how far back I go with the people. I do remember the OVO blog. So yeah. Oh. So that's the old stuff and everything like that. Drake has always been against the Grammy. So is J. Cole. But they keep submitting their stuff. That's interesting. You know what I'm saying? Like, you keep dissing the Grammys and keep showing the stuff. Playboy Max, Playboy Max, man.
Everyone that's part of this journey, specifically on this song, Skep, Fred, Kason, because he introduced me to Fred, and then Zach made it happen in terms of connecting it, getting Skepta. Bro, thank you guys, bro. Really, bro. This shit is insane. Who would have thought? Because that's a whole new world. That was my first time diving in that shit, bro. You feel me? I remember getting the call. Kason hit me like just a minute ago. Bro, Fred again trying to work with you. He's this big DJ. He produces well. I'm like, okay. You feel me? Y'all know me. I'm hard-headed. You feel me? So I didn't fully understand Skep, it was a different world. Not Skep, Fred. It was a different world. And then he just kept telling me, like, no, he really want to work with you, bro. He likes what you're doing. And then Zach was telling me, yo, he likes what you're doing, bro. This is a different bubble. Like, you got to get out your bubble and try things, bro. And everyone that's part of this journey.
Got him a Grammy nomination. Running around to the vice, come on. Should've listened to my mama. Should've listened to my papa. Now I'm gone. I gotta solve it. Running around till the fires burn. I remember when he said that last year. When he said, next time you gonna see me is gonna be a Grammy. Bro really spoke into existence, man. But he worked hard though. He worked hard, like he said. He went into different things and everything like that. It is what it is. Playboy Carti had 9 submissions for the Grammys and did not receive any nominations. It was Album of the Year, I Am Music, Timeless, the song with The Weeknd. Oh, Record of the Year, Song of the Year, melodic rap performance, back rap song. I'm not gonna lie, that song was huge. That song is huge. I'd rather lie than lose you. I'd rather lie. And Timeless. Timeless. Good credit. I've heard the water. Yeah, he did it with Kendrick too. Backdoor. He ain't even submit like Weezy. Two-tone double PT looking like Weezy. Opposite side in Cleveland, shout out on bleeding. I told her I'm big like B, but she ain't believe me. See ya, whole lot of mother drugs. All these hundreds stunt up on my thumbs. Evil Jordan, best music video. Okay, now be for real. Be so for real. Shouts out to Bear Wambasu. Bleak song with Lotto, best rap performance. I ain't gonna lie, he did his thing with Swamp Izzo. Bleak song, Swamp Izzo. Yeah, SSB was handing twin, yes sir. Bleak song, Swamp Unlimited with Nav. I ain't gonna lie, I do not know that song. Fire Your Manager with NBA Youngboy. Don't know that song either. But shouts out. And bruh said he said probably because he was accused of beating women as recent as 2 weeks ago. What I'm mad about is Alfredo 2. Oh, Alfredo 2 ain't getting nominated. What's the Alfredo 2? I like the one with Anderson .Paak, bro. Anderson .Paak had, yeah, that was a song for sure. I like that. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't been listening to Alfredo 2 as much as Alfredo, like the original joint that he did get nominated for and everything like that. And I think Nas won, and then Freddie dissed him and stuff like that. That was the whole thing and everything. One of the Nas Hit Boy joints won over Alfredo, because Alfredo definitely was probably the best rap album of that year. But Alfredo 2 was like, I was kind of, it was like whatever for me. I ain't gonna lie, you know. But yeah, congratulations to Playboy Max once again. And yeah, I don't know, bro. It's just like I did the reaction to it to the Grammys, and it's literally like 2 minutes of the 20 minutes was about rap and R&B. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, that's not for Black people. Like beyond all the deep, that's not for us. It's like literally not for Black. Like it's, you know, like R&B, rap, gospel take up like a second of it. Is this USPA, my boy? Michael Jackson impersonator reacting to the Michael trailer.
All right, because this is very important. All right.
Oh, this is a white dude. Oh, snap. That's funny.
This is very important. We've waited for so long for this. It's very important.
And there you have it. People say this all the time with the joints, man. Oh yeah, I can't. I gotta skip through this. Hold on. If you want to see my Michael trailer reaction, it's on the channel earlier. But people were talking about this with the top 40. Who had a great one? Buddy had a great one on it, bro. Grits and Eggs, Deontay Cal. He had a great take on this jump, bro. He said, man, you know, we should be happy as underground and this and that. Like we should, why we say we want white validation so much and we don't. Like we got to choose the thing. Get it out the mainstream and quality of rap will increase 100%. Danny Brown, he rapped. He said, him, Earl Sweatshirt, and Kendrick are the big three. And people was like, what if I say he right? I ain't gonna say Danny Brown big three. Shouts out to Danny Brown though. I might be like, Blog Era Hall of Fame, Danny Brown. I give you that for sure. Big Three, Danny Brown. I'm sorry, brother. Earl Sweatshirt. I ain't gonna lie, Earl. Since 2018, since he made that whole switch up with some rap songs, Earl done had a run. I ain't gonna lie, but I feel like if you got Earl up there, you got to talk about Mike. You got to talk about Mike. Anything too mainstream gets diluted. Look at rock, 100%. Look at country. Them country folks were mad when them black folks came in. And why was he mad about it? Not just because it was black and everything, but because shoot, then it really blended. And Morgan Wallen, he does this a lot. He blends like hip hop and rap with like putting more 808s and bass in it and stuff like that. And now they like country music don't lost, and now they got what traditional country and modern country as genres at the Grammys. Child, please. Anyways, Michael Jackson impersonator talking about the Michael trailer. He that mad? Why you mad, bro? He just realized Michael was black. Oh, that's Buddy. That's Buddy that folded his arms and stuff like that. He's streaming from a Star Destroyer. His reaction is, they got my life wrong. God needs to take a step back. That's Michael Blood's nephew. They're about family and legacy. Believe me, I would say Michael would be proud to see his oh, this is it. He's watching it and stuff. He said, what? Oh, AI. AI. All right. That's weird. It's weird. You build your whole like personality off impersonating him on the street or something like that. That's totally cool. Impersonating him is totally cool. Like, you know, you do that on the street, get you some money, Michael Jackson. Like your whole life being a Michael Jackson impersonator or a Drewski impersonator, like bro said, the Drewski impersonator on the phase thing, you should definitely not do that, bro. Like, that's weird. That's just weird. Like your whole life you gonna impersonate another person instead of just being yourself. Yeah, like you, babe. You like you look so much. Well, baby, you should go and love yourself. Lance Stevenson Day. Michael Jackson being remembered as a black man is heaven with their heads. Facts. Like him, like what? Like him. When Michael's nephew plays him, and that's some random white man that got his nose done to match Michael because they like the style, quote unquote. Facts. Come on, talk that talk now. I just know he on his burner talking reckless. That's funny. Like, do we know that Michael is black? Do they know that Michael is black? Did they think he was adopted into the Jackson family? How these non-black impersonators get away with modern blackface with impersonating Mike needs to be studied. Is that blackface? That's something. That is a take. Is it blackface if a white person impersonates Michael Jackson? That's I don't think it is. This guy should make YouTube videos for Grow Hollywood. It's weird, bro. Like your whole career is impersonating Michael Jackson, bro. It's weird, bro. To me. All right. Dan isn't here. Dan is probably asleep because it is 4:30 in the morning. But this is Dan's topic. When Dan gets back on the channel, whenever he does, you know, anything Dallas, that's for sure Dan's topic. However, I do want to touch on it a bit. Part of the reason why I haven't done this stream, like you guys see the title of the stream, that's 2 days in the making. The part of this I didn't rush to do this is because I felt like it's weird, bro. Like it's weird and it's predatory to rush to break or be first or speak on something trending that's a tragedy, like a man ending his own life. Like that is crazy. Like that's crazy to do it for monetary gain. Like to rush to, I gotta get this while it's hot. Like a man ended his own life. He played for the Dallas Cowboys. You know what I'm saying? He was one of the top, you know what I mean? Like, if you play football your whole life, what's your goal? To go to the NFL. And then the number one recognized brand in the NFL are the Dallas Cowboys. So you got to be a Dallas Cowboy. You got to achieve everything you wanted in your professional career. He just had, right, a recovery off of a block punt in the end zone on Monday Night Football. And 2-3 days later, he ends his own life. You know what I'm saying? Like, that is just something, that is so sad and so tragic. And for me to be like, yo, I need to react to this now as soon as possible and clip it up and post it and monetize all of the videos, I think it's sick. You know what I'm saying? So, especially when I wasn't feeling just the best, like, and it wasn't like I'm sad or anything like that. It was just like, if I'm tired, shoot, I'm tired. We did 1 a.m. We did birds and buckets. That's cool. That's cool. But you know what I mean? Like, it's just weird to do that, bro. Like, and that's, once again, I'm looking at Shannon Sharp, bro. Shannon Sharp, nightcap and things of that sort. Very first thing I see the next morning is the Shannon Sharp thing. Shannon Sharp gets emotional speaking about his passing and tragedy and things of that. And I'm like, I said this with the whole Travis Hunter situation where he was talking about his girlfriend and everything. And I'm like, bro, we are so warped up in money in the content space that we're not even looking at what the heck is going on right now. Like, take a step back. Like, in that situation, Shannon Sharp was a 50-something-year-old man talking about a college student's relationship with his girlfriend for the sake of money and content. And I said it was so, like, just predatory and just weird and things of that. So, like, we have to take a step back, because it's a lot of times where I might do something whack, you know what I'm saying, for the sake of content or something like that. Or I might look at something and like, okay, that'll be a good idea for a reaction, or add that to the stream. And then I look at it and I'm like, no, that's just too much, bro. That's just too much in them people's business. That's just like, that's whack. Like, I shouldn't do that. And I feel like a lot of people really like that, or they don't like it. They understand that it is weird, that it is tricky, that it is teetering the line of, like, the line that you shouldn't cross as a stranger on the internet. And they do it anyway because they know it's going to get money. And, like, that's a bad thing, bro. Like, I feel like we're in a bad position with that. So beyond just the mental health and, it gets better and everything like that, check in on your people type speech that I could give right now, that I've given so many times when these other young men have taken their life, because men take their lives at a higher rate, statistics show, than women by a wide margin, because men they hold in all their feelings and they feel like they can express them, and if they do, then they are judged and they can't trust anybody, and they have to appear strong for the world, especially if you're in the NFL. Like, I can imagine, like, the hyper masculinity and everything like that. It's all of the stuff, right? And 100% SSB. He said it's better to have all the info and be correct rather than be first to publish in this type of situation. 100%. That's another part of it too, because when it happened, we didn't know what the heck happened. And then an hour later, the police department comes out with a statement and says what happened. And then an hour or two later, Team Z comes out with the 911 call. I haven't listened to the 911 call. I don't kind of want to, like, just put myself through, like, why would I want to hear a man, you know what I'm saying, in his last moments on earth, like, really just explain how determined he is. I don't want to hear it. Why would I want to do that to myself? But yeah, the overall message here is, bro, like, rest in peace to Marshawn Nealon. Understood. He lost his mother. So, and also I want to say this. This is something that I do want to say with this Marshawn Nealon thing. I think the most lonely and depressed you can feel as a person who battles with mental health issues and depression and things of that sort is in your most successful moment. I remember, not to make his passing about myself, but I remember Lance Stevenson Day, right? November 7th, 2014. I was so crushed and everything like that. And I was like, man, my kind of initial thing was like, I'm gonna be so successful. Like success is the best revenge. Like that was how I was going with it. I was working so hard, and I worked so hard for so many years. And then I was in LA in the hotel room before the BET Awards, and I'm about to get dressed and head out to the BET Awards and things of that sort. And this is like the pinnacle. Like I already been to the White House at this point, but it was really the BET Awards that I was really like excited about and stuff. Because I grew up watching BET Awards and stuff. And I was like, in that moment, I was like, dang, I'm excited, I'm proud, everything like that. But at the same time, you realize, okay, you make it to the point that you want to make it to for so long. And then what? If you feel empty, if you still feel like this thing that you were chasing, this materialistic thing was going to make you feel fulfilled or replace this void that you felt in your heart and your soul and whatever, right? And it doesn't, you feel more hollow and sad than ever before, bro. And that's just real talk. So it's like, you have to check in on your successful friends as much as you check in on your friends that just lost a job, that just got laid off, on your friends just asking for money, on your friends that's dealing with diseases and stuff like that. Check in on your successful friends too, bro, because they be going through some stuff of just like the dudes with everything, dudes with the baddie, the dudes with the new rollie, the new watch, the new house, everything like that, making millions of dollars, new contract. And them folks, a lot of them folks probably feel emptier than anywhere else because all their life they thought, okay, once I get it, once I make it, once I I'm gonna feel like this. I'm gonna feel like da 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 da. And they get it and they like, dang, I don't feel different at all. Blah blah blah. And the ABC, right? So I say all that, man, to say check in on your successful people and success, money, whatever that is, that's subjective anyway. It doesn't bring you happiness. As cliche as that is. Boo, cliches, but that is what it is, man. Rest in peace to Marshawn Nealon. Truly a tragedy. And yeah, I'll play this video of him getting drafted.
Come on, Jason. The 56th pick in the 2024 NFL Draft, the Dallas Cowboys select Marshawn.
And shouts out to Jacob Sousa as well for posting this and stuff like that. I wonder if he had anything. He just retweeted it. Statement from Western Michigan. Had the pleasure of getting to know Marshawn during the draft process last year. He was one of the good ones, an absolute tragedy. Thoughts and prayers up with the Nealon family. This is beautiful. Shouts out to Jacob Seuss. And documentation and just media is so important, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you for sure. So sad to see a young life taken too soon. What a player he was, though. And here's Western Michigan. My heart is absolutely broken over the loss of Marshawn Nealon. Marshawn was such much more than an incredible football player. He's a remarkable young man who meant so much to our program and to me personally. His leadership, energy, and smile were infectious, and he left a lasting impact on everyone in our program. Having coached him during my first season here, we developed a special bond that went far beyond football. His passion for life and his teammates were unmatched. Our entire Bronco football family is devastated. We send our deepest prayers to the family, teammates, and all who loved him. Marshawn will forever be a part of the Bronco Brotherhood. Head football coach Lance Taylor. And here's the Frisco police statement. So, with that being said, prayers up to his family, everything like that. To anybody, you have to say, what do you have to say, bro? You have to always say, don't take yourself out the game. Keep competing to triple zeros. Don't give up. Because if you take yourself out the game, you don't even give yourself a chance. You don't even give yourself a chance to win. And we all deserve to win. And we all will win if you just prevail and keep going. Life is an ugly thing. It's not beautiful. I mean, life is what you make it. Glass half full, right? Life is what you make it. Shout out Hannah Montana. That is, I say it all the time. That's probably one of the greatest written songs, like the deepest and best song that Disney Channel's ever produced. Life's what you make it, Hannah Montana. But this world can be ugly and dark and all of the, everything that's wrong, right? keep going. I mean, you're breathing for a reason. Don't take yourself out the game. Like they say, don't take yourself out. Just keep living. It's gonna happen. You'll no longer be here someday. Eventually, just keep living. See what happens. Can't give up on yourselves. The same thing as Kyron Lacey, bro. The Kyron Lacey situation, he kind of like ended in a very similar way. So, prayers up to Kyron Lacey's family. Sending my love out to Kyron Lacey's family as well. And to anybody dealing with anything, you can call 988. I remember the text line used to be 741-741. I'm not sure if that still is the case, but yeah, text or call. I think you can text 988 now. But yeah, talk to someone. It's 24-hour things. Those are professionals over there. They'll help you get right. You know what I'm saying? For sure. I used to line a few times and things of that sort. Not even when I was like, kind of like at that point on the ledge, sometimes I was just sad and I wanted to talk to somebody. And if I talk to my friends or something like that, then they might not know what to do because they're not professionals. And I didn't have a therapist at the time. After that, I got into therapy. Shouts out to my therapist. I haven't talked to her in over a year, so I know she probably feels the way about that. But I might be back just to like catch up with her and update her on what's going on in life, and I guess thank her and stuff. But yeah, man, get professional help, bro. There's people out there that will help you, and they get paid to help you, and I don't know, all the things. They studied on how to attack different personalities and different mentalities in different ways. But ending it yourself is never the way. All right. Cam addresses Sue and J. Cole. I'm changing the playback speed on this. Shouts out to Talks with Flea, everything like that. Yeah. Here we go.
What's up? Yo, what's up? TMZ been out all day, man. What the fuck, bro? You suing J. Cole? Because I got questions about that. Okay. Well, J. Cole, that's a prodigal son from North Carolina. Why are you suing J. Cole, my nigga? He don't bother nobody. All right, don't want to answer. Okay. All right, but we'll just answer this. He's on his way of being a rap legend. That don't make you just want to be like, nah, you know what? Let bygones be bygones, or whatever the case may be. TMZ is right that you suing him.
I think J. Cole is definitely going to be a rap legend. 100%, definitely.
Then you don't get a pass? All right, man. Y'all see? I'll be trying. Anyway, great weekend. Complexicon, that's how you say it? Complex?
Complexicon.
So that was the response. That was funny. That's funny. He didn't even say nothing. All right, bet.
What's up, man?
What's up?
That's funny. All right, next. A business agreement is a business agreement. That's what it is, bro. Project B. With CBA talks simmering, Awumike signs with new Project B lead. This is from the Associated Press, shout out ESPN as well. Former WNBA MVP Nick Awumike has signed a contract with Project B, the first player who is known to have joined the latest professional women's league ahead that is expected to play in Europe and Asia in November 2026. Isn't the whole point of like all the off-season leagues to not play overseas? Awumike, like other players in the league, will get an undisclosed salary and equity stake in the league. Project B officials have said that 66 players who they want for their league, that format calls for 6 teams of 11 women each, who will receive larger salaries than those currently offered in the WNBA. They also are expected to be higher than those on Unrivaled, the 3-on-3 league that started last year and features many top WNBA players. While the financial specifics have not been disclosed, the potential of more lucrative compensation comes at an important moment of women's professional basketball. As the interest of the sport has soared in recent years, the WNBA and Players Union are locked in tense negotiations over a collective bargaining agreement, with much of the dispute centered on salary and revenue sharing. In an interview with the Associated Press, the 35-year-old Awumike said the compensation package was key to her signing with Project B. "Quote unquote, It's not something that's usually offered to us. And by us, I mean women athletes. And Woman K said, quote unquote, so for there to be an entry level of equity across the board was eye catching is something that I stand for, obviously. The 35-year-old Woman K hopes the equity stake will be the standard for the leagues going forward. She's currently involved in negotiations for a new collective bargaining agreement with the WNBA, serving as the union president. The WNBA and its players recently agreed to extend their CBA for another 30 days through November, but the sides remain far apart on terms of a new deal. Project B plans to play the inaugural season through April 2027. They would not interfere with the typical WNBA calendar. Project B would give a Woman K the opportunity to essentially play year-round again, something that she did before, even when she spent winters in Russia and Poland. She hasn't played overseas since 2019. Quote unquote, there's so many different opportunities for players outside of the WNBA. That's always been the case when K said. This is just another one of those opportunities, and I know a lot of players are doing what they can to ensure they can maximize on the short time that they have in their playing careers. This is my chance to be able to do that. If you didn't know, if you needed a reminder, Neka's sister, Shania Woman K, has stepped away from the game, kind of. Pretty much, like, she unofficially retired, but she said if she got the right call or someone so then she'll return. She'll unretire. She said that last year. I broke that story. Give it up for me. Shout out to me. And there it is. But yeah. So with that being said, like, she's keeping this in mind, like, retirement is on the horizon. If my sister already retired, you know, I only have X amount of years left in my athletic prime to get the most money right now. Woman K stopped playing for most of the year after COVID-19 disrupted the sports world. Project B, which intends to stream its games, will see players competing on a traveling circuit, just like golf, tennis, and auto racing. Excuse me. We want premier cities, and our goal is to create a F1 style TV event. Alana Beard, Project B's chief basketball officer, said, "Rest in peace with Kobe." One of his last tweets was to Alana Beard. Quote unquote, there's a tournament in each city, and at the end of each tournament, there's going to be a champion, and all of that leads up to potentially crowning the champion of the world. Beard said that many top WNBA players have also signed on, though did not disclose any of those names. There's also talk about having a men's league as a part of Project B, but those details are not finalized. Project B is the brainchild of Skype co-founder Jeff Prentice and former Facebook executive Grady Burnett. These two come from the tech world, where equity in the company so that the company succeeds. The worker can succeed too. It has an investor group that includes Novak Djokovic and Sloane Stevens, as well as former WNBA great Candace Parker. Quote unquote, basketball has never just been a game. It's culture, community, and connection, Parker told the AP. But for too long, players have carried the game without a real stake in its future, and the women essentially have been asked to wait for change. Project B isn't waiting. They're building the future of the global league where athletes can have equity, shape the direction of the sport, and bring fans everywhere into the movement. And then Lexi Brown, shout out Lexi Brown, friend of the channel. Georgia girl. Lexi Brown, she posted that on her Instagram, on Threads, she posted that Athletes Unlimited, those athletes have had equity in the league and things of that sort. So shouts out to Lacey Brown for noting that as well. Okay. And speaking of new leagues and things of that sort, Juju Watkins became the first college athlete to invest in her own pro league as well. Juju Watkins joins the star-studded list of investors in the Boston legacy that includes Indiana Fever's Aaliyah Boston, Chicago Bears' Caleb Williams, and Olympic gold medalist Ali Raisman. So here's the story right here. We'll see what league this is. Oh, it's the WNSL. Oh, that's cold. So she's about to own a dang, bro. She about to own a soccer team, bro. That's crazy. USC guard Juju. Shout out to Lizzie Becherano. Lizzie Becherano. Let me see. Lizzie Becherano. Lizzie Becherano. Let me see. And it's gonna be big. Da da dun 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 dun. Da da dun 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 dun. Da da dun 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 dun. And it's gonna be big.
Speaker, joined by my co-host Tyler Chan. In this episode, we are joined by another special guest, Lizzie Becherano.
Lizzie Becherano. There it is. Shouts out to Lizzie Becherano. USC guard Juju Watkins has joined the investor group of the NWSL expansion team, the Boston Legacy FC, becoming the first NCAA athlete to directly invest in a professional women's sports team. She becomes the latest to join the list of investors of the Boston Legacy that includes Indiana Fever's Aaliyah Boston, Chicago Bears quarterback Caleb Williams, Olympic gold medalist Allie Raisman, and actress Elizabeth Banks. Quote unquote, Juju's investment. Oh, I got to capitalize that second J. Juju's investment marks a groundbreaking moment for women's sports and the power of NIL. Boston Legacy owner Jennifer Epstein said, quote unquote, as the first college athlete to directly invest in a women's professional sports team, she's showing that today's student athletes aren't just building their own brands, they're shaping the future of the game. Quote unquote, we're thrilled to welcome Juju, capitalize the second J, to the Boston Legacy FC as we build momentum towards our inaugural 2026 season and the home opener on March 14, 2026. It's about to be 2026, bro. What the heck? Time is flying. Watkins first won the Big Ten regular season championship as a sophomore before winning the Naismith College Player of the Year award, John R. Wooden Award, and being named the AP Player of the Year. Watkins is sitting out the 2025-2026 season for USC after she tore her ACL during the Trojans' second round game against Mississippi State in March. And if you remember, this is a thing that happens to women very, very frequently. I think it happens more frequently than it happens to men, tearing your ACL. So as we look into that and the research and science develops, please, I hope we can develop shoes, technology, whatever the case might be, to cut down on those ACL tears. Boston Legacy FC is creating a space for women to achieve, lead, and inspire others at the highest level, Watkins said. Quote unquote, I'm proud to be a part of the movement of pushing women's sports forward. W. Juju Watkins. Boston will begin the NWSL play in 2026 alongside fellow expansion Denver Summit as the league expands to 16 teams. Shouts out to the NWSL. And shouts out to Trinity Rodman for sure. Hey, what do you think of Project B, the investor group that wants to go head with the WNBA? Yeah. So I just read the story on Project B with NECA Wumike signing on to them and their players having equity and stake in the league and things of that sort. What I think of it is, I think it's weird that, like, if this is the same thing for Maverick Carter and them, like, because I know they said like it's the Skype guys and the former Facebook guy, but if this is a thing that Maverick Carter and all the Clutch guys are kind of starting to compete with the NBA and compete with the WNBA, I think that it's weird that they're doing something to compete with. I don't get it, as opposed to like supporting the leagues we already have. Here's a controversial take. I feel like we might be even getting to the point of like community, you know what I'm saying? Community acts and stuff like that. Or just like everybody want to start their own community group. And it's like, dang, why can't someone join a community group and just make that community group stronger? Everybody got to start their own mentorship or community program. Like, we already have Big Brother, Big Sister here. We already have this organization here. Like, why you got to do Scott's Tots? You know what I mean? Like, why does that have to be a thing? So I don't want it to get like that. However, you know, if you only have 13 to 15 years, especially as a woman, because women, they stay in college longer. So like, because of the rules with the WNBA. So that eats up, 3 to 4 years of your pro career, So say you have 13 to 15 years to get all your money, or 10 to 13 years to get all your money on a good career. You have to really maximize that. And if the WNBA is dragging its feet to get you the money and compensation that you deserve in your 10, 13 years of your athletic prime, then F them. Create your own league, then. If we need to have 6 created leagues and things of that sort for you to get your money, congratulations. For the fans, that ain't the best, you know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't about to be watching no 5 leagues. I already stopped watching Athletes Unlimited after Unrivaled came last year. You know what I mean? So just is what it is, bro. Like, for the fans, I don't know about it. But because and it's not even no women's sexist stuff, right? Because like going to the NFL, in football. Like, I think after the first initial weekend of the XFL, like I was not tapped in. Was not tapped in after like the first week of the AFFL. And then I did go to fan control football. That was a good experience. I went to the championship and that was pretty cool and stuff like that. But like I haven't watched it since. You know what I mean? So it's just like when there's too many leagues, bro, I'm just not gonna pay attention. Big Three, great example. First season, I was tapped into the Big Three. Second season, not as much. Now, I haven't watched or paid attention to the Big Three live in person, a full, weekend and stuff of games since like 2019, bro. You know what I'm saying? So that's just what it is, dog. If it's too many leagues, I'm just not gonna keep up with it, bro. I gotta keep things central. I can follow Unrivaled. I can follow the WNBA. I can follow college basketball. I can't follow no college basketball, Eurobasket, Turkish league. Like maybe that's just me, but that's just how I consume sports and things of that sort. Let me see. Should I hold everything? I think I might call it there. I'm gonna call it there since it is 5:00. I'm gonna call it there, and then we're gonna do the rest of these reactions and stuff like that. Maybe when I wake, but no, I'll probably not, because I'll probably start clipping and everything like that. So this one might be on like tomorrow nights or Sundays or something like that, stream and stuff like that. But I have a whole nother thing of more stuff. So yeah, I got some. Yeah, I got some good stuff here. So we'll do that on the next stream. That might be tomorrow night or Saturday night. That might be Sunday morning, or that might be like Sunday night. So we don't know yet, but it will happen eventually. Thank you all for tuning in. SSB, I appreciate you, my brother. I hope you have a great time at work. Finishing off the ship, I hope I could help pass the time and things of that sort. My name is Rashad Milligan, as always. And please have a good morning, have a good afternoon, have a good evening, have a good night. If nobody else told you today, I care for you. This is the road to 10K subs. My name is Rashad Milligan. I'm live on this channel each and every single day, just like I've been for the past 248 days. Yes, sir. I'm on Facebook now, but it's nothing new. So just on Facebook, just to broadcast to a different audience. So far, all the videos are being liked and commented and interacted by like my Facebook friends, but someone followed me that wasn't my Facebook friend out there. So I'm on Facebook now. It's all my YouTube shorts on there. And yeah, shouts out to Facebook. Shouts out to Meta. Until next time, man, y'all take care of yourselves. Peace.
Rashad, why you didn't hit me up?
Hey, Rashad.
What's up, Rashad?
Thank you, Rashad.
Brother, I love you, brother.
What's up, Rashad? What it do, boy?
Hey, Rashad.